Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to address a couple of ground rules or um, best practices before you start working with a horse that you consider to have a behavioral issue or any horse that you're trying to teach something new to. It should actually be the way that you approach every horse that you deal with, regardless of how old they are, how long you've had them, or whether you're just kind of popping on for a quick ride. But it's especially important in training environments. So, the first rule that I'm going to kind of ask you to enforce yourselves is that if at any time you feel that you are out of your depth or that this horse is just plain too much horse or that um, they're too explosive or you feel that you might be putting yourself in danger, please reach out to a local trainer. Conversely, you can always reach out to us here at Mendon Equestrian and see if we have space to bring your horse in for one-on-one training. We do offer that on a limited basis. But if we don't have the space, I'm happy to refer you on to some other amazing trainers in and around the area, as well as I do have a network across the United States. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I'm going to ask is that you really, truly listen to what I will consider, or what I often call, your spidey sense, or your inner voice. Some people call it their intuition. However, you want to term it, that feeling that you get that something's just not right. It's very important that when that comes into play, that you listen to it and that you stop what you're doing or get off the horse. This isn't the same as just being nervous because you're pushing yourself outside of your boundaries. This is that kind of pit in the stomach, feeling like something really bad is about to happen. That can actually save you a lot of grief and a lot of broken bones. So let's make sure that we pay attention to that. The last thing is that I really want you to implement a human safety first mentality. So, what I mean by that is that if a horse is um, becoming dangerous as you're leading them, or if they're pulling away and you are either going to get dragged or you have to let go of the horse. Um, there is no situation where you should put your safety at risk over letting a horse go. Now, obviously, if you have the ability to work them in an environment that is contained the way that we've got things contained here, so this is a round pen that if I let a horse go in this environment, they're not really going to go too far. Or if it's going to be somewhere on your property, and I do highly encourage, and every property that I've ever owned, we have either had or installed um, a perimeter fence as well as a containment gate. So, an area that is basically limited as far as a horse is able to get out. If a horse gets out and causes an accident or causes harm to other individuals, a lot of times that's going to be a liability on you. So you want to make sure that you mitigate those risks and also that you put your own safety first. So um, I guess those are the top three things when it comes to working with horses and before you start our program.